Okay, we're going to be working on the Practice and Skills Workbook, page 85, and working on problem number 5. For each of the experimental probability, write your answer as a fraction, decimal, and percent. So number 5 says, for the past 40 days, Naomi has been recording the number of customers at a restaurant between 10 and 11 a.m. During that hour, there have been fewer than 20 customers on 25 out of the 40 days. First question, what is the experimental probability there will be fewer than 20 customers on the 41st day? Okay, so let's take experimental probability. And first thing we have to do is remember that the top number is going to be the likelihood of the event occurring. So in this case right here, our events that are occurring is the 25 that you see. So we're going to put that on the top. That's what we want to have happen. And then our total is going to be the 40 days that you see right there. So I'll put that over the 40. Now our question says that we want it as a fraction. Well, I have it as a fraction, but we want to go ahead and make sure that we simplify that down. So let's divide the top and the bottom by 5. If we do that, we're going to get 5 over 8. So that'll be our fraction. Then if we go ahead and we divide 5 divided by 8, we'll end up with our decimal, 0.625. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. Got to put my decimal back in there. And then that'll actually help us when we go ahead and write our percent, which is 62.5%. And probably the easiest way of thinking about that is if you take your decimal and you just move it back 2 places, 1, 2, that'll help you with your percent. The reason you're moving it back 2 places is because you're actually multiplying it by 100 to change that over to a percent. So that's part A. Now part B says, what is the experimental probability there will be 20 or more customers on the 41st day? Okay, so all this information that we have here is having fewer than 20. So if our experimental probability above is for fewer than 20, then whatever we have left over, so if you go ahead and take this 25 right there, you see, and I go 40 and I take away 25, I'm going to have 15 customers that are left. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put that on the top right here. And remember what our total was. Our total was 40. And then we're going to go ahead and simplify that. If I go ahead and take a look at it, looks like I'm going to want to divide by 5. If I divide by 5, 15 divided by 5 is 3. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So I'll get 3/8. And then I'm going to divide those very, very carefully. If I do that, I will end up with a 0.375. And then again, just like we did in the last one, let's move it 2 places back. And what that'll do is that'll get us a 37.5% for that last answer. Okay, and then there's your experimental probability for this problem.